Good morning and welcome back to yet another autoculture vlog. I'm Marco. If you have been following my recent uploads, I hope you have been enjoying all the events that I've been going to. I think the last 4 videos have all been completely drifting. We went to D1, then we went to Mobara Twin Circuit twice, Fuji Speedway this past weekend, and today we're heading back to Fuji Speedway yet again. But as far as I'm aware, there shouldn't be any drifting in today's video. We're heading to Fuji Speedway to go and check out the Nismo Festival. Last year, I also went to Nismo Festival, and it was about like 1 or 2 weeks, like immediately after the Rs meeting, which is just an, completely all 100% GTR event at Fuji Speedway. And it felt a little bit underwhelming for 2 reasons. One, it was full of all the GTRs that we had just seen a week or 2 before at the Rs meeting. So it was kind of very repetitive in some sense. But also the other reason was the Nismo Festival is so much more popular than the Rs meeting, that there were so many people. Like, I think the best thing that is usually out at the Nismo Festival is all of the race cars. They throw out a lot of the old Super GTR 34s and stuff like that you can just see out in the pits. But there are so many Super GT fans in this country, like, you just completely underestimate by how popular it is. And all those guys just ended up crowning the entire pit area, and you couldn't even get anywhere near the Super GT cars, let alone the old classic race cars. So the good thing is this year's Nismo Festival is almost a month after Rs meeting, so I'm hoping to kind of go in with a refreshed mind, and even if we see some of the old R34s that we saw earlier last month in the Rs meeting, it should be a little bit more interesting. And I'm not going to have any kind of time limit today like I did last year at the Nismo Festival. I had to go back early. This year I'm going to stay hopefully all the way until the end. We'll see how it goes and try to maybe even check out some of those rare most wanted cars after everybody's kind of gone home and stuff like that. Anyways, let's go quickly over to Fuji Speedway before the crowds get too bad on the road. And we've made it 2 weeks in a row now at Fuji Speedway. Let's get in quickly and check out the Nismo madness. Look, already a nice R32 right here. I'm gonna do a little bit different style this time as opposed to the way that I filmed the Rs meeting. I'll go through the parking at the very end to see if there are any kind of super interesting cars, and then I'll include them in the video. Otherwise, if it's just gonna be a bunch of GTRs like last time, I think I'll just skip it this time. And if you want to see a lot of Skylines and GTRs parked up in the parking area, please go check out my Rs meeting video. I'll leave the link in the description. I think I just want to look at this one very quickly before I head up all the way to the actual event space. Not sure if this is a real GTR. It actually looks more like a GTT. Yeah, the fenders are way too small to be a real GTR, but good enough to fool me, I guess. So yeah, if I see anything super interesting right now, I'll stop and take a look at it, but at the moment it's kind of like another repetition of the Rs meeting, just walking through the parking. And obviously there's a lot of more other Nissans that are not GTRs, but yeah, let's just go all the way to the actual event space. Looking like we're going to see a lot more classic cars today than at the Rs meeting. Just a quick look at this Ken Mary and a nice Hakosuka right next to it. This is actually probably one of the cleanest ones I've seen so far. That's really nice. And just one last to highlight, because you don't usually see yellow GTRs, the R35 at least. Very satin looks. I guess this is a wrap for sure. On camera. And here we are. We made it to the main event area. I'm not sure who all the people parked here, probably just the event organizers and stuff. Immediately gotta just take a quick look at this because You don't often see a hot pink GTR like this, let alone on an R32. I wonder, this looks like real paint. I don't think it's wrapped. Yeah, it's real paint. Wow. That's kind of interesting, to say the least. Well, let's just start from this end and see what we can find with all the shop booths. Let's take a look at these. We have Kansai Services out here with a couple of their GTRs. The R34 looks so good. I think a white GTR with like a bunch of carbon fiber parts just looks so good. Just look at the quality of that carbon, especially in the lip right there, is crazy. R35 too, man, looks really nice. And we got a couple of cool cars here. So a nice Too Fast, Too Furious Skyline replica. Probably the most accurate one I've seen so far, at least. I'm not sure if this is the same one that was at the Ars meeting, because this does look like an actual GTR. I think the other one was a little bit different, but I could be wrong. We've got the brand new 2024 Nismo GTR as well. It doesn't look to be modified at all, so Ray's also has their Fair Lady Z. I want to say these are T37s, but I'm probably going to be wrong. Another car we saw at Auto Salon, HKS is Fair Lady Z, with that really, really subtle wide body kit. This is like a really interesting part right here. And the rear fenders that just slightly protrude a little bit. Really refreshing to see Yashio Factory here without their clown mascot. Always really, really respected and loved this company before he came in and ruined everything. I think this is their time attack car, so hopefully we see this at Tsukuba at some time this winter. And I'm guessing this is probably a drift car. A couple of other shops out here. Looks like HPI is here. We saw their 86 at the previous event. Looked really nice. Looks like Robson Leather here with their Nismo GTR. I think we saw this at the Ars meeting as well. Just overall very difficult to kind of walk through so many people. Got a little GTR part sale here. All used parts. Probably very cheap as well, I would assume. And I'm guessing the same shop that's got the little part sale has their R32s here. Best Star. Again, very difficult to get anywhere near, but Tomei is out here as well. They're doing that little lottery thing, which I might do later. Oh, look who it is!
Hey, what's up?
Just catching up with Dino, but yeah, let's take a look at Tomei's booth very quickly. They've got a bunch of the fully built RB26s, and this guy just fired up their R32 that's on display. Look at this titanium exhaust, wow. Makes me think of the 86 titanium exhaust. I really want to get that soon from Tomei. I think that's an SR20 as well. Very quiet. Shiba Tire got their booth out here as well, showing off their tire range, but also the D1 GP car. So basically it's a US spec Infiniti Q60 with a VR38, obviously from the GTR engine swap. And also it's been converted from a left-hand drive to a right-hand drive just for the Japanese driver to make it easier for him, I'm guessing, unless it's like a rule regulation, I'm not sure. But yeah, we saw this drifting a couple of weeks ago at Odaiba in the D1 event, and then Mines is here with their R34, which again we saw at the Ars meeting. Might be a little bit difficult to get a closer look at it here because there's too many people, but I did get a really good look at it at the Ars meeting, so check it out in that video. And then we got MCR, Matchless Crowd Racing, with their kind of street spec silver R34. So the owner of this car now also owns their legendary red R34, the high-speed one-gun car. Lately he's been displaying this car instead of the other one. I wonder, another legendary tuner, Midori Seibi Center. They were at the Ars meeting as well. They got their R32 and R34 now. I don't think they had the R32 at the Ars meeting, so let's just take a quick look at it. Look at all that carbon fiber tubing on the intake. I wonder if that's the new HKS stuff. Could be, might not be. And this Nismo intake manifold looks really nice in this black. Got a couple of interesting cars here. I think this is under Suzuki's S15. I wonder if he'll be out at Scuba Circuit sometime in the next couple months doing a time attack challenge. I can't see a single part on this car that's not carbon. It's just crazy, man. And the craziness continues on this side with the exhaust that comes out through the door. That probably gets really hot when you're out on the track. And then got this kind of really clean, almost stancy 180SX. I've been following this guy on Twitter for a while now, and I saw that the you can see the fenders are a little bit flared out, both the fronts and the rears, and they're completely fabricated out of metal, so no rolling or anything like that, just cut and blistered basically. Looks really nice, and if I'm not wrong, I think these are like the wheels that came on a Nismo 370Z or something like that. Not sure what this Fair Lady Z is for, but it looks like it's got the VR38 swap from the GTR. Oh, it is a drift car, I had a feeling. Formula drift car. Oh, what? Naoto Suenaga. I didn't know he drives this in Formula Drift. Interesting. Probably got to watch a little bit more Formula Drift Japan this year. A couple more cars to go through here. I want to look at Shaft Auto Service car that they got out here after the people clear out. We saw this thing at the 34 Festival back in March. Unfortunately, this is not the original car. It's a replica, but it's a very convincing replica of Nomuken's old ER34 D1 car. Just brings back so many memories. I'm pretty sure this is probably my favorite Nomuken car of his era. Nice booth setup here. Grady has the Nismo GTR. I can't remember if this was at the GTR meeting. Nothing too crazy yet. Hopefully more parts to come by the auto salon time. And they've also got this really nice R34. Wow. I like that. BBS wheels look so good on an R34. And then Top Secret is here with their GTRs as well. I think this is the one that they had exhibited at the R's meeting. I don't think this is the real 2024 Nismo because the rear wing is a little bit different. I think this is the real one because it has the swan neck wing in the back. But honestly, I can't tell. I think they all look pretty much the same, but I think this is the legitimate one right here. Let's take a look at Global Auto because they usually have some really interesting cars laid out. For example, this, I'm pretty sure it's a V-Spec 2 in Millennium Jade. I love this color so much, and even the RB26 head cover is painted in the same color. So nice. And then, of course, can't go without checking out the Z-Tune, which again, they always exhibit at these events. I think this is the chassis number 2, as far as I remember. You can probably see it right here. Yep, it is. It's the number 2. And then they also always bring out this silver R33, the 400R Nismo. This is like over $1 million in 2 cars just right here. Obviously, I prefer the Z-Tune, but I would never say no to a good R33 like this. Now, no idea who this belongs to, but looks like a really nice build. Wow. There's something about a red R34 that looks really cool. I probably wouldn't make mine red if I ever had one, but really, really big swan neck as well. Wow. Total race car right here. These are like cars that have been slightly kind of modified by Nismo with all their latest parts, and it's all like very small stuff. So you can see there's a bunch of the exterior things added on, like a front spoiler and things like that, and probably a few chassis things. So they have that in the R35. They have the R34 here as well. Looks like a bit of a bigger spec sheet. They have the R33 as well, of course. So many people. And of course the R32 as well. And I think probably the R32 is my favorite of these 4. Looks really, really nice, man. finally made it over to the Veilside booth. Let's go say hi to everyone before we check out the cars. みんなもう食べてる？
はいや、俺飯食い終わって。
もう食べた？何食べた？
よくわからない祭り弁当。
社長は？
今日来てない。
あ、来てないんだ今日。なんで？
車頑張って作ってる。オートサロン。
So this is Ryo-kun with he's the owner of the blue Veilside RX-7. He's gonna show us inside the car a little bit now. じゃあどっちも見せてください。So this is the new Veilside Fair Lady Z. なんか英語で言って。
はーい。
三冠？ Oh, it's Sankan.
4回。
Oh, wow. So this is the new Fair Lady Z that Veilside built. あ、でも確かに。
ほらこことかもさ、レールサイド。
全然気づいてない。Sorry, I have to pay more attention, but some small Veilside details, like in the steering wheel, obviously the bucket seats, and the doors right here. これ面白いね。Oh, this is the sign by Sankang. And then this is the car that he's going to be driving in the next Fast and Furious movie. Air suspension in the back. Wow. すごいね、綺麗。かっこいいじゃん、これ。ね。So this is the Fair Lady Z. Looks really nice. Again, we saw it at the Veilside tour, and then we've got the DK Spec Fair Lady Z. This is one of the what's it called? Their PR cars that they're showing around. Obviously, when they have events and stuff like that, they were using this car to promote the movie as well when it came out. So they've had this for a long time. Let's see what it looks like on the inside as well. Got the Veilside Z as well, the Z33. これかっこいいな。
これも廃盤のステージ。
ね。
シフトノブも廃盤。
ちっちゃ。That's a tiny shift knob. ホイール綺麗だな。
俺のより綺麗でしょ。
Let's see if we can find anything interesting in these pits. I'm guessing these are all the super Taikyu cars. Lots of Zs. Looks like only one 400Z. Everything else is a 370. And over here we have a 4-door V35 or G35 Skyline, together with a completely stock pristine Millennium Jade R34. This is definitely one of the museum cars, must be. And then we got a bit of a walkthrough history here when the company was still called Prince. Yes, Nissan used to be called Prince. I think this might be like the very first Skyline that was ever released. It looks so beautiful. And then we got the Hakosuka here in 4-door. And the Ken Mary. Then you got another pristine R32. And a bit of a special R33 because it's not just a regular R33 GTR. This is the Autech 4-door special edition R33 GTR. And this is what I was talking about. The Super GT fans going crazy over the Super GT cars. Let's see if we can get a video. This one has to be the best looking one in my opinion at least. Classic red and black coloring of a Nissan Super GT car. I love the small detail that the headlight covers are a little bit blue. And then clearly the most popular car here is the Calsonic Fair Lady Z. Just realized now that Calsonic looks like they're doing a bit of a rebrand. They're called Marelli now. It says Marelli, formerly Calsonic. This pit they're calling the Nissan Sustainable Racing or something like that pit. It's probably a couple of EV race cars here. Then over here we have the Formula E car. I haven't watched a single minute of Formula E, but the car definitely looks interesting as compared to the Formula 1 cars. I'm not going to pretend like I remember or know what this is, but I'm guessing it's one of the old Le Mans cars. I think, judging by the stickers, it is. And then we've got a really old 350Z Z33 Super GT car. The cars that used to run all the way up until the R35 GTR came out. And we've got a couple more legendary race cars here. Obviously the Group A R32 Calsonic. Got an R31 here. Then we've got an actual R33 LM car, together with the legendary R30 from Hasemi. There are a couple of other R35 race cars here, which I'm going to skip so we can take a look at some of the cars that I wasn't able to see last year because there was just way too many people. So here we go, another Super GT500 R33, the one that replaced the R34. We do have a couple of the Super GT R34s here. See if we can get a good shot of at least one of them. It's just amazing to see in person. I would have been too young to go and watch the races, obviously, when these guys were out, but that's why we get to see them at events like this. And then I just walked to the other side of the track behind the grandstands to see what's going on here. And it looks like, just like last year, a bunch of car owners that bring out their own cars are lined up. So let's just walk around and see if there's a couple of cool cars. Again, very similar to what the Ars meeting was. If you want to see more of those personally owned cars by owners, please check out that video because there's going to be a lot of the same cars here and I don't want to waste too much time and make this video like a 50-minute video. So the first car that really catches my eye, one that I've never seen before, is this R33. Looks like a full Pandem kit. I've only seen one other car sporting this kit, which is Jun-san's from Hardcore Tokyo, the blue one. Never seen it on a white one like this. I don't know if Rocket Bunny and Pandem are your thing, but I kind of like this. It looks really cool and it follows the lines of the R33 very well. It's a very simple wide body kit, like with over fenders. This ER34 is also very interesting because it looks really nice on the GTR wheels, but it is an SR20 swapped one. That's very interesting. So many GTRs. Very quick look at this one. Those are all stone chips, man. I'm guessing at the track, but who knows? That's a lot of stuff. I just realized that it's a Midnight Purple car as well. Half of his Midnight Purple is gone because of the stone chips. Whoops. Not too familiar with R31s or R30s. To be honest, they both look the same to me. These are probably 31s because the number plates are all 31. It's a really easy way to tell. Obviously seen this a couple of times now. The 2024 R35 Nismo GTR. And then we also have the brand new Nismo Fairlady Z. It's obviously not going to be as hardcore as the GTR version, but I'm sure it definitely makes a difference over the stock Fairlady. Again, same gray color as all of their lineup now. Same wheels as well. Everyone's starting to head home. The darkness is starting to fall on Fuji, which looks really beautiful today. As the humble GT86 warms up for the long journey home, let's just walk around a little bit. The parking lot's pretty much empty already, but let's see if we can find some interesting cars like this. Holy crap, this is a C35 Laurel. Clearly a drift car. Got the D1 stance and a completely stripped out interior. Wow. I'm not sure if I've ever seen this guy on the track, but maybe one day. What a classic combo, R32 on BBS wheels. Looks very nice. And look at this stanced out ER34 behind it. Now I know LMGT4s very well, obviously, but I think these are LMGT1s? I'm not sure, but this looks really nice. And here we have a very clean looking S15 on C28s. Again, looks like a properly track used car, so loving the variety that we have here today. Further on, we have a R33 on T37 SLs. Lots of white GTRs today, honestly. Oh yeah, stock red S15. And it's on R32 wheels as well. You don't see too many stock red S15s, to be honest. See a lot of them modified and repainted. This looks really nice, super clean. And then we've got the Stagia gang here, wow. That's a lot of Stagias. Only one with the R34 front though. And that pretty much wraps up Nismo Festival 2023. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. There was a lot of really nice cars today. I actually enjoyed it much more this year than last year. I'm not sure why. Maybe I don't know. Sometimes I screw up like the coverage of events, but if you're new, please make sure to subscribe. Click that subscribe button. Please, I'm gonna have a lot of really cool videos coming in the future. And if you're not new here, definitely drop the like because that helps with the algorithm. And then in the comments, let me know what your favorite car was. If you want to ask me any questions, if you want to tell me I'm ugly, whatever, just drop it down in the comments. And I hope to see you in the next video.